Hi, you got to me today. You're here and I'm here. And you're probably here because you have a dog or you're going to get a dog and you want to do agility. Maybe it's the first time you've ever done agility. Maybe it's the first time you've ever trained a dog. Maybe you know my work. Maybe you've been following me for years. I've been doing agility for 30 years. It is my passion. It is my world. What I'm going to give you first is how to love dog training. I had a gal the other day said, I want to come and do agility with my dog. I think he would love it. He'd be so into it. And I said, how do you like dog training? And she goes, well, sometimes I get a little frustrated and I don't think I'm very good at it. So what I want to explore, what I have been dedicating my career to as of late, is why. Why do I love training dogs so much? And so many of my students find it difficult at first. And I think it's because there's no joy in the training sessions. And I think it's a communication problem. I think that folks just don't know how to get their dog excited to learn. So what we're going to learn while we're learning agility is how to inspire your dog. How to get that dog to want to train. Because if your dog wants to train with you, you're going to want to train with your dog. Your dog's going to be full of joy. You're going to be full of joy. And you're going to get the training bug that I've got and that so many of my students have. When you get that bug and you love to train, I'm going to actually take that word training right out of the vocabulary right now. You train a vine to go up a trellis. You wrap it and you force it and you make it do it and you keep checking to make sure it's doing what you want. You're going to become a dog teacher and you're going to inspire your student to learn. So as you do that, what you're going to get is this communication system with your dog that works for you in and out of agility. You're going to get a communication system that works at the park, at the beach, and in your house. And then you can teach whatever you want. Agility is just the tip of the iceberg. So what I'm talking about here is how to get your dog in this frame of mind where he wants to learn from you. And I'm talking about learning how to read your dog so that if the way you thought you should teach something isn't appealing to your dog, you can switch it up. So if you think of yourself as a teacher and your dog as a pupil, you can make this shift in he's not doing it, or he knew it yesterday, or he's just blowing me off, or any of those things that are so ineffective in creating this system of communication between this other species, the stuff that really lights my fire and the people that I associate with. All of the top trainers train because we absolutely love it. Teach. I'm going to keep coming back to that word teach, not train. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be giving your dog what he needs to learn instead of trying to get a behavior from the dog. You're going to do that through what I call spark. You're going to have your dog full of spark and enthusiasm to join you. Now maybe your dog's already sparky enough. Maybe you've got a dog that's so hyper and he's biting at you and he barks and spins and he's got a little too much spark. Well, we're going to give you some tips on how to tone that spark down so you get that particular dog in the frame of mind to learn. Maybe you've got a dog that's a little couch potato and doesn't have much spark at all. We're going to teach you how to get that dog a little more sparky so his brain is in this exact right place to learn. So I have gotten the fun part figured out. That's the fun part to me. If your training session is something you're trying to squeeze in, you guys, when I teach my dogs, it is the best part of my day. I love it because I'm having this incredible fun back and forth with the dog. And if my dog isn't in a place of joy, I've learned what to do to shift his little brain so that he is, or we take a break. There's going to be lots of learning for you to do on how to respond to your dog. The next time you interact with your dog, you are going to be a little bit like a scientist. And you're going to start observing that dog and noticing what makes him relax, what makes his body go loose, what makes him stiffen up a little bit, what makes his ears change position, and what do those ear positions mean? Can you tell what your dog is thinking by what he does with his ears? Can you tell by his expressions what he's feeling? Can you tell when he slightly shifts his weight back away from something, where you're going to start just seeing what makes your dog tick. Is it a certain, probably is demeanor that you have, a certain way you use your voice, a certain way you move. Science has proven that dogs can recognize smiles. And when I have a handler in agility and the dog is starting to not be so engaged, and the handler is getting a little nervous about their job on the course, if I tell that handler, show that dog every tooth in your head, it is amazing to watch those little dogs just go, there's my mom, there's my dad, there's the sweet person that I live with at home, not this uptight person that's trying to get me to do something. So I want you to start noticing, how does your dog feel about different toys? Does he like it when you shake the toy in his face like that? Lots of dogs don't. Or does he like it when you hold the toy up here and tease him softly with it? Does he like rambunctious interaction? Or does he like soft, sweet whispering? What you don't want to do as you're training is see somebody on a video or watch somebody with their dog that interacts with their dog in a way that seems to be working, because it is, for that dog, and then try it on your dog if it's not a way you are naturally with your dog. We can teach you some new ways to be that your dog might really enjoy. But for right now, I want you, when you're feeding your dog his dinner, when you're getting ready to go for a walk, when you're doing anything that gets that dog excited, where your dog is like, yeah, mama, I'm into it. Yeah, dad, what's next? What's next? When you've got that, that's the dog we want to train. That's the mental state we want to start a training session. So you guys, you're already doing stuff at home with toys, with food, with your voice, with your car keys, with your walking shoes that are prompting that dog to go to that perfect state of mind. So I want you to just start noticing how you are, and then you're going to learn to recognize you in that state that brings that out of your dog. And you're going to start to be able to give that to your dog so that you guys can meet in this really cool place to get stuff done.